The US government owes $35 trillion. That number keeps climbing. Every second, another 100,000 added to the tab. And here's what nobody tells you: they have no intention of paying it back. Sound crazy? It's not. It's the system working exactly as designed. Most people think government debt works like personal debt: borrow money, pay it back, done. But nations don't operate that way. They can't. The US doesn't need to eliminate its debt, it needs to manage it. There's a difference, and understanding it changes everything. Here's the trick: when you owe money in a currency you control, you hold all the cards. The Federal Reserve can print dollars whenever necessary. Not ideal, creates inflation, but it's an option individuals don't have. Your credit card company won't accept "I owe us" you printed in your basement. The global economy accepts dollars the US creates. But there's a catch: this only works if people trust the dollar. Lose that trust, and the whole structure collapses. Which brings us to gold. Gold represents the opposite of debt based currency. You can't print it, you can't create it from nothing. It just exists, finite and real. For thousands of years, that made it perfect money. Then governments realized something: scarcity limits power. They needed flexibility. So they moved away from gold and toward debt. The US officially abandoned the gold standard in 1971. Before that, dollars were backed by gold reserves. After, they were backed by faith: faith in the government, faith in the economy, faith that everyone else would keep accepting these green pieces of paper. Most of the time, it works. Debt grows, dollars circulate, the economy expands, but every so often, cracks appear. Inflation spikes, trust wavers, and suddenly people remember gold. Central banks know this. That's why they still hold massive gold reserves. The US has over 8,000 tons sitting in vaults, just in case. Insurance against the day when faith isn't enough. So, when you hear about the national debt hitting new records, understand what's really happening. It's not a crisis, it's a choice. A calculated gamble that trust will outlast the numbers, and if it doesn't, there's always that gold waiting in the basement.